K975, home to the morning hustle, Ayeeedubb, and I have my first guest of 2024, Davian, Dewayne in the building. What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing? How you living? How you feeling?
You know, it's just good to be alive. That's
Okay.
it. You know, sometimes you get like, look, I'm here, I'm alive, but no, I'm feeling good though. Feeling good.
Well, that's
Glad to be
good.
here.
Well, for sure. Happy New Year, of course. How was the
New Year.
holidays and all that good stuff?
Holidays was good. I ate too much, so now we got to work it off.
Ooh, that part. Everybody's in the gym heavy, all that stuff.
You know, you gotta be one of them ones that take over the machines and all that stuff. But no, we being consistent this year. No big backs.
Okay. Yeah,
Smaller
period.
backs.
Please.
All right. You
Gotta
know
get
what
ready
I'm saying?
for the tank top season.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love it. Well, yes, welcome to the station. Glad to have you, because you're not from this area, right?
No.
Where are you from?
I am from Huntsville, Alabama. About 8 hours away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what brought you up here?
Man, that's a good question. I would just say time for a change of scenery. I'm 28. I feel like, life is too short, but also life can be, long. Enjoy the journey. So I was like, you know what? I love my city, love my hometown, but if I really want to get out and do something I love, I got to be uncomfortable, be in a new space. So being in a new space, I was like, all right, let me try some, see what North Carolina talking about. So been up here, this summer will be 2 years.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot of land out here. It's a whole, a lot of territory to just kind of discover and learn and meeting people and stuff. So it's been good. It's almost 2 years I've been up here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what made you pick North Carolina out of all places, and Raleigh,
Yeah.
Durham for that matter, too, compared to Charlotte or Atlanta or something like that? What made you
Yeah.
choose North Carolina?
It's crazy. One of my good friends, Darren Brockington, he's one of the artists too, and he's really one of my good, it's like my big brother, my mentor and all that. And he was like, hey, you really probably want to start, stretching out, doing new things. If you really want to take your music serious and stuff like that, just kind of expand your reach. And so he really has been a push and a big mentor in my life to be like, hey, come up here and check it out, try it out. And then you can always venture out. Like, this is not the end all be all, So being up here so far has been great. I ain't gonna lie. It's like, I like it up here. So,
Aw.
yeah.
See, I love hearing that, because a lot of people like to shade North Carolina sometimes, or
Word.
shade now and I. Yeah, like there's nothing to do here, there's no opportunities. But I feel like
Yeah.
there's so much. You really just gotta find them and be in those right positions. So.
Yeah, facts. And
Yeah.
you kind of got to make your own fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a new place that you ain't been before, like, you got to actually get out and do stuff. I feel like most people who are like that, they just kind of expect it to just be like this big, amazing, fun stuff. I wish, but it's like, no, you got to get out there. You got to be, uncomfortable. I'll be honest, it's kind of weird, like being in a new space and like I actually got to meet new people. I have to talk to people I don't know, and so that's been interesting. Yeah.
Well, have they been nice to you? They've been nice?
Yeah, and some
Okay.
people, I'm a friendly person and I'm like tall too, and
Yeah.
and big. So when I pull up on people, like I have to remember they like kind of like, hold on now, like, and I'm nice. I'm like, hey, so they kind of got to feel me out. But most people here have been friendly. It's kind of like, it still give me a southern vibe, kind of like Alabama, not as southern as Alabama. So I've gotten to see a mix. Some people like, and some people like, oh, okay, cool, what's up, so it's been cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love hearing people experiences with where I've been most of my life. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I like that. But
For
of course,
sure.
the main thing, you do music. Hello. That's why you're here. Not here
Yeah.
because you just moved here, but
Right.
you are here because you do music and you are a
right.
singer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't get too many singers that come up here. I get a lot of
Word.
rappers. So it'd be refreshing to get a singer.
Yeah. I tried to do the whole rapping thing. Everybody try to but it's like, nah, that's a joke. But no, I sing. Yeah, I'm an artist and I love to sing. That's what
Did you
I
have a
do.
rap name ever?
No.
Or was it always...
That's when you start writing behind the scenes and starting up with your flow, but you don't pull it out and show nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Facts.
you keep it to yourself. You
Okay.
know? Maybe when you're around your friends, we used to be in college around the parties, you just start freestyling and stuff. But yeah, it's like, don't get out there and embarrass yourself. So,
Got you. Heard you majorly. So let's
Yeah.
see. How'd you get started into music, and singing and
Yeah.
stuff?
So my dad, it all started with my dad. He's been known in a well-known gospel group in quartet music. And so growing up, I've been around music, been traveling with them on the tour bus and all that stuff. So just as a kid, it was just normal for me. Until I realized, hey, this is actually something I love. And so I grew up in church. Mom was like that. one, like, you know, you got to pick something to be involved in. So either you're going to be an usher, you're going to be in the choir. So I did the choir and loved it. I even kept it going when I went to college at the University of North Alabama in Florence. I did entertainment business, and then I also directed the gospel choir too.
Okay.
Did that for about 2-3 years. And then after that, I just took it serious, like with a couple of my friends. We just, you know, started getting together, putting on shows, just kind of, you know, creating that vibe out there. And so I was like, all right, I think I kind of want to take myself serious with this. You know what I'm saying? It's scary, but it's a great experience. And I just really want to just share my gift with people. Like, that's really it, you know, so.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So who's some of your musical influences? Do you have a lot of church background, or did you go into like just R&B, soul and stuff? Or
it's so funny since, like I said, my dad was all in gospel. It's kind of like the expectation you're going to take that on too, which I love Big G. You know what I'm saying? I love God. But I kind of threw him, you know, with a little monkey wrench. You know, I was like, no, you know, I love R&B soul. So I have a lot of long lists. It's a loaded question too. So many great people out there. A lot of gospel people, of course, but like it's like specifically R&B soul. I mean, we can throw it back to like Al Green. Who else would say? I'm going blank. Al Green, Whitney Houston. I mean, all the great singers. Patti LaBelle, girls and guys. Marvin Gaye, and then you know if we want to go more into the, you know, more around when I grew up the 2000s. Music Soul Child. I'm a big Music Soul Child fan, and Brandy, of course. I mean, come on, Brandy's, you know,
she's
so
queen.
People like that, and then even new people now, you know, like SZA and all of that. Just kind of people who have a different type of style and they take it into their own. Her, big fan, you know. So it's a long list, but I just love good music. Anything that sounds good and people express music in a different way, I'm locked in.
I like that. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Did your family have any like issue with you going to like secular music, or like did they really want you to be like in a gospel artist?
You're calling that out today. I love it. Mom, Dad,
hello.
hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, have you ever seen The Fighting Temptations?
Yeah.
You know, we had one of those moments. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We adults, and so we talked about it. You know, they're like, you know, you got to be careful. You singing in the choir and then you singing this blues music. And I'm like, but I just want to sing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? You know, and I'll be honest, like I had a moment where I was like, yo, like, do I need to continue this? Or do I need to listen to them? Like, am I being a hypocrite? You know what I'm saying? And that's like what I don't think their generation really explained about, like, you can be a believer and still do other things. That's just not all church. You know what I'm saying? So I had to have a little moment. There was honestly a time where I started managing other artists. I started my business managing artists and booking things for them because I kind of took a little bit of what they said. And I was like, maybe I don't need to, maybe it's a safer zone if I do for others. But after a while, you get tired of doing stuff for other people and you like, I got to do me. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, forget that. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but respectfully, I have to do me. So that's why, like, last year was this move was like a big thing for me where I was like, look, I'm going to do me. I'm getting older. I'm not getting younger. And so if I'm going to do it, I need to do it for me. And so that's when I really was like, yeah, this is just what I'm going to do. Now, I'm not be out here, you know, singing any type of crazy stuff, you know. Now, mama, I ain't too old for mama to get on the stage and like beat me down with a belt, or daddy to do the same. So, you know, you got to have some class and some taste with it. But yeah, like I like where it's going. If you're singing about love and singing about things that's meaningful, I mean, who's not gonna rock with it, you know? So,
exactly. Yeah, love songs. Like, no one hates a love song. Like, no matter what, unless you. I'm gonna say there's some freaky love songs, but if you can keep it like romantically, you can't go wrong with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I love that. And then when I was doing some research, I saw you also, you're an author.
Yes,
you have a book.
I am. Oh, you did your research.
I clicked the link.
Come on, FBI. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I wrote my first book, Don't Believe the Lie, in 2021. I released it on my birthday, April Babies.
Hello.
And yeah, so I really just kind of wanted to, like, that's another expression about me. Like, I like to write. I like to speak. I like to encourage people. So I wrote a book about, like, not believing the lie. Like, if there's things that other people used to tell you that wasn't true about yourself, or things you used to tell yourself. I went through a lot of bullying and things like that in middle school, so that kind of affected me growing up. But after a while, I was like, is people. You know, everybody's gonna have something to say, but what are you gonna say about yourself? Like at the end of the day, you're the one that go home. You know, when the doors are closed, it's just you. You know what I'm saying? And so, I just wanted to help other people. You know, when you go through stuff, I feel like it's not just for you; it's to help other people as well. So. Yeah, y'all go check that out.
I love that. Would you continue to write more books?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have more that I need to release and work on. I feel like your life is a book. We talk about, I'm in a new chapter and stuff. No, like real deal. You're dealing with stuff and topics and things like that you can help other people. So it's been a long life, as I say.
Right.
28 years is not short, but it's been a little minute. But yeah, there'll be some more on the way too. You know, so
now is it hard writing like a book? Like I figure like for something like you're trying to talk about like experiences and kind of like giving advice or like your testimony and things like that.
Yeah.
Is it hard to like just get that book together and publish? Like how long did it take you to get that book together?
So funny thing, I wrote that book in 2018 and I stopped after a while when the pandemic happened. Like I was like every day I was like, let me write, let me get it done. Set a goal, set a marker, da. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, the pandemic hit. Surprise,
Hello.
Surprise.
Yeah.
So I stopped, and I was just like, okay, do I need to just stop? Do I need to wait? But actually, I had stopped around 2019, so I was like, all right, so I have time, all this time, let me get it back together. My mom, she helps people publish books too, and then one of my good friends, Jessica, she helped me publish the book. Shout out to King Vision Publishing, and shout out to my mom too. So we got it all together. She helped all the edit. It is very challenging, I would say. It is not easy. It's something that anybody can do. I don't recommend everybody to do it. If you just want to do it for the glitz and glamour, that's not what it's about. You have to be intentional about it. I had to really be intentional. When I wrote it, I was like, okay, it's done. And they're like, yeah, no, you need to go back and fix it. Just like with anything, with music. You may write this song and it's dope in your head. And then when you get somebody who is good at editing and see the things you don't see, they like, nah, let's change this. And I actually had to go back. I was a little upset with my mom. I wasn't upset with her, but the process, she was like, yeah, you need to go back now and like revamp the whole thing. And so, yeah, it was a little frustrating. So if you read, anybody that want to write a book or any words about that, like, you got to be okay with making some edits. It's just like in school with the rough draft. You get all them edits and you like, forget this, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
it was a humbling experience. I really say that. So yeah, you just got to be okay with the process and the journey and things not being in the timing that you expect it to be,
See, I feel that because like I feel like if I were like to write a book and I do all these pages and then like you said somebody come back and be like, you got to fix this and this, I'd be like, well, clearly you don't like my book. Yeah, I don't think offense to it. I was like, what's wrong with it?
It's like they just hating on me,
That's all it is. I was like, yeah, it's spelled a little wrong, but I still want to put it out. So.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I had to be okay with that. I was like, okay, they know my best interests at heart, and there were even times, you go through that whole comparison, like, oh, like, are they going to read it? Who's going to support all of that? But when you remember your why and why you're doing it, that's all that matters. So I'm like, if I'm literally writing this book to help somebody else, I don't care if it's one person. I don't care if it's 10 people that bought it. That's 10 people that literally are reading your book, your story. And so, that's just something I had to just like be okay with it. And it's also like, yo, you're sharing parts of your life. Like this is like y'all are seeing me, all of me. It's kind of like I'm naked. Like no, like like cover me up.
Right.
But yeah, like that's what all comes with it. And even like with music, like being an artist, like you're sharing parts of your story, parts of your life. Or, well, I'll say that's how I write. Some people may write about whatever you want to, but like I really like to write about things that make sense and things I've experienced, so I can like just, it's felt. People, they resonate with it. Like, yo, I felt you when you said like, yo, the sky is so blue. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
So that's why I just try to be realistic and be transparent with it.
Oh, okay. Well, then now that kind of transitions to my next kind of question because I remember looking through your Instagram, you posted like a video. I think it was just like a still video of you, but it was your voice over it, and you had.
Yeah.
To me, it was like poetry, or like, or was it like a song lyric, or like what was? You were like kind of. It was so. Well, how do I say? It was like. I don't remember what you said, but it sounded beautiful. I was like, damn, he just spitting whatever he was talking about. So like, what was that, kind of just expressing yourself?
Yeah.
Type of thing?
So it goes with the rollout of the new song dropping February 16th. Y'all get ready, Indigo Blue. And I'm a big, one thing about me, I love business. I went to school for entertainment business and also business management. So I love all things that are like marketing and making sense and just being creative. I just like I'm a creative, right? So I was like, instead of just posting, like, because people nowadays when they do music, they just throw stuff out there and just like, they just expect like the whole world to go viral. It's like, no, like, take people on the journey of where you at with it. Like, if you're dropping a song, like, I wanted people to go on the journey until like the anticipation. I wanted y'all to get ready. So to feel like, okay, by the time I drop like these videos showing poetic expressions of like what it means, of like sharing my heart about Indigo Blue, and I can tell you what that means, but it's basically just a poetic expression, and then like I just have like the backgrounds in the back, kind of like if you go to a poetry place, they having poetry night, and you got somebody up there spitting something, and then you got the person in the background that's just kind of singing along to give that feel, this connecting, you know what I'm saying? It's just painting that picture, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing. Like this, until I drop it, I'll just be dropping more where y'all will just hear like my heart or hear like pieces of the song. So yeah, that's what that is.
I like it. And I like that you said, like, sometimes a lot of people just like to drop music. They don't have a rollout anymore. And, some artists can do that, but it kind of like we miss the art of that rollout and like, giving us little teasers and samples and building our anticipation to like see what you like gonna drop and stuff like that. So that is dope.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Indigo Blue.
Let's talk about it.
I've heard it. At this moment, has anyone else heard it?
There's a couple people that heard it. If you my close people, you know what I'm saying? Because part of being an artist, you gotta be okay with, like I said, with even the book. You having people, you have a couple eyes, and that's a word to anybody. I know I'm like, I'm stepping out, but I've actually seen a lot of this behind the scenes. Like, you got to be okay with people kind of checking you like, yo, this ain't it. This ain't your swag. Like, we got to sharpen this up. So a couple of my people, I just test them out, kind of like a pre-little release in my own little way. Like, y'all, just check this out. And they're like, yo, I love it. If it's a hit, it's a hit. If not, hey, I need to get back in the lab and keep going. So a couple of my close people have heard it. And had great reviews, so I was just like, hey, if y'all love it, I love it even more because I've already loved it as well, first. So yeah.
Okay, well that's good because for your fans and people watching now, they have not. It's not out in public, right? It comes out February 16th.
It's not. It's a snippet on there. You can just get get a little taste, a little appetizer, not nothing, a little bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? A little what do you call it, hors d'oeuvre?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, just to kind of hear, and that's what the rollout is, just to kind of build that up. But yeah, February 16th. The week of Valentine's, that Friday, everybody will catch it, and I can't wait to. So, yeah.
So what does Indigo Blue mean?
Yes. So it's crazy. So I wrote that with one of my good friends, Shrimper. Shout out to Shrimp. That was the one I did Night Shadows with last year. We were just on the roll of just writing and things like that. And one of my guys, Corey, with the track, he threw the track my way, and I said, yo, this is tight. I was like, we got to write something to this, right? And so she started writing something. I started picking up something, and she was, writing about colors at first. And I was just like, okay, but what if these, colors mean something? Right? And so basically in there, it's about a relationship and, where you're seeing problems with other people. You're seeing red flags, like we say, okay? And then after a while, you can keep talking about the other people's problems, but you got to remember, it's like, takes two to tango. You're in that relationship. So when you look in yourself in the mirror, what part am I playing that's also affecting this relationship? Or what part am I doing that's causing them to maybe act like that? I could be triggering something they're doing. So long story short, it's deciding like, okay, I see the red flags, I see the flaws in this person, but okay, like while I point the finger to blame you, maybe it's me that's blue. Maybe it's me that's also kind of like having some problems too as well. So it's a perspective change, and it's the way you can be open-minded, so that way people can actually fix a problem in a relationship if it's actually something they want to do and to get better and to bring healing and all of that. So we got to learn how to like look at ourselves sometimes too, because we get so busy, calling everybody out, but it's just like, yo, you're not perfect either. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it's about. It's about being in a relationship and also seeing you in the relationship as well.
Right around Valentine's Day is perfect for that type of song.
Perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because they be having their problems too on Valentine's Day.
Okay, they try to act like they all happy and love. You going through issues too.
Listen, y'all just making y'all the content for the day, but when y'all go home, y'all beefing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Quit faking like you happy on Instagram. Right, that's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Cause happy on camera behind the clothes, y'all squaring up. You know, Ike, we don't need that though. We don't need no Ike this year.
Right. Yeah, if you own some Ike, please do better in 2024.
Please, and stay at home.
Please.
We don't need y'all fighting in public, okay?
Please.
I don't want to see that.
You know how awkward that is? Oh my gosh.
All the time.
Have you ever seen a couple argue in person?
All the time.
Jeez.
And they take it there. And don't butt in. Don't tell them like, hey, can y'all do, like, then they get mad at you. It's like, this is our business. But it's like, y'all loud. Y'all, like, I'm just trying to eat my food in peace. You know what I'm saying? But no, yeah. Like, please go to therapy. Go talk to somebody. Y'all handle that.
Please.
Private.
Do what you gotta do. Get it together before Valentine's Day, please.
Right.
So, is Indigo Blues gonna be part of like an official like EP album rollout?
You ask great questions.
Oh, thank you
Dub,
so
you're
much.
awesome.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Oh.
There could be, when you're being a creative, you can be excited about something, and then depending on the vision, I am working on the project of the EP, and the album is in the works.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's always music that'll come up this year. You never know. No dates thrown out yet, but it could be.
Okay.
I'll just leave it there. It could be.
Keeping us on our tippy toes.
Yeah, that's right. Keep your toes.
Okay.
Yeah, so, it could be. Because, as a creative, you might have a different direction, and, it might just be a good standalone by itself. So, I don't know myself. We'll see.
Oh, that is true because, I feel like in the past when artists kind of drop a song, sometimes they don't even end up on the project. So, who knows?
Yeah, it's kind of like now, like, wait and see, you find out. But yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like you're going to be real busy in 2024.
Yes.
As an artist and a creative. So that's good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we, like everybody say, standing on business, just got to do what you got to do.
Stand on it.
Stand on it. 10 toes down, right?
Can we see some performances this year? Are you trying to get into the performance bag?
Yes, for sure. I did 2 shows last year. I performed back at home in Huntsville. One of my guys, Roger, shout out to Roger, he asked to be on there after we did the radio interview. It was out of nowhere. He was like, I was like, ooh. And performed in a minute. I was like, it's been a minute. So that was good to kind of get me back in. And then L. Lambert, he asked me to be a part of something in Charlotte. So I performed first time in Charlotte last year. So that was awesome. First time performing there. It was nervous, but also excited. So many things. But yeah, there'll definitely be, I look forward to performances and things going this year. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm so excited to see what happens to you in 2024. This could be like the biggest year of your life. You just
I receive
take off.
I receive it. I agree. I touch and agree on that.
I love it. Well, real quick, tell everybody where they can follow you, get to know you, keep up with you before you become a Hollywood superstar. Or you're part of Dreamville and whatever record label. Let them know.
Relax.
Let them know.
I'm Davian Dewayne. You can follow me on all social media platforms. I'm on there, and then also Davian Dewayne on all streaming platforms too as well. I already have Night Shadows. Y'all go check that out. The video's out too. Get on YouTube. So, eat on what you got out there right now until everything drops this year. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can check me out, Davian Dewayne, on all the platforms. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming up to the station.
Thank you for having me.
This will not be your last time here at all. You'll be back. Some other stuff is popping off.
Yeah.
So appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you.
For sure. And keep it locked to K97.5.